Alright, so I want to do a video here about the red twig dogwood. Now, I had gotten these plants over here particularly. I had gotten them free from dumpster diving in Lowe's garbage. I was dumpster diving for pots, and I seen they threw a bunch of these dogwoods in the garbage, and I figured, let me give them a shot, because they were like 3/4 of the way dead, and I wanted to give it a go. And so I figured, let me bring them home and plant them around the pond. They can't go bad over there. They're perfect. You know, at the time there was nothing on this mound of dirt you see here. So this was a perfect plant to put here for shade, and I did want to shade in the pond, because if you shade in the pond, you can reduce your algae problem. So this is what it is. Red twig dogwood, and this is the Arctic Fire trademark, and it's by whoever these people are. And this is generally a primary brand that's sold at Lowe's, but it's a gorgeous plant because in the winter time the red twig dogwood, all the branches become bright red, and there's no leaves on it, and it really stands out. It really looks sharp. If you apply this plant in the right format, you will get beautiful, gorgeous looking plants in your landscape art, you know. But this can also be a very big problem too, because the red twig dogwood can really get big and really massive and really take over. They spread out like crazy. I planted 1 or 2 in the front of my house. I'm kind of regretting it now, because I got to cut it down literally every year, and every year it gets just as big. Like over here, for example, you could see some of the fronds coming out that are just absolutely enormous. They get really big. This one's hanging over the pond, all the way over, which is fine. I like that hidden look for the pond. I want the fish to really, you know, feel like they're safe and stuff like that. And doing this also prevents the deer and some of the other animals, like bears and deer, from coming into my yard to notice the water pond right away. It keeps them out, and that way they don't come in and damage things on my property or kill my my pets and my cats, which they used to do with my chickens in the back, and that's why I don't have chickens anymore. But this kind of helps control that and keeps them off the property. But it's a beautiful tree. I will try to remember to update you at the end of the year. I'll shoot a quick video of what the red twig dogwood looks like at the end of the year, or maybe I'll just grab some Google images and I'll just attach them at the end of the video, just to give you an idea what it looks like in winter time. It actually looks just like this picture, actually. It really looks like just like that. That's what it looks like in winter time. But I'll grab a couple of images off of Google. I don't know if I'm going to have time to actually come out here in the winter and film the red twig dogwood and actually show it to you. Like you can see here, I've just pulled this this branch out of the base of one of the old branches died, so the branches just come right out. They don't stay inside the plant. New fronds come up constantly, and so it's constantly shedding off its old, you know, its old wood with new wood, and you're always getting, you know, good healthy wood all the time, and that way you can get all these old branches out. And it's very easy to clean. It's very easy to maintain. You just got to remember, if you're planting it in like the front of your yard in the bed, it's going to get massive. It's going to take up, you know, a 10-foot diameter area and just sprawl out is what it does. And it's just, it doesn't look right. When you got a lot of other plants in your landscape, this eventually doesn't look right unless you got a very massive front bed, and you want to, you know, plan for something like this. Maybe use it as a centerpiece for your winter look. It's hard to say. I mean, it's nice. You just got to apply it the right way, and you really do need a lot of room for it to grow, because if you don't leave a lot of room for it to grow, it's basically just going to spread itself everywhere and just get in the way of everything. It's just going to annoy you eventually, and eventually you're going to rip it out. Here's another part of the red twig dogwood. One of my sumacs came in here, planted a seed right next to it, and it's growing up. But this one's getting big. This branch on here is getting very large. Some of these fronds go up 10-15 feet, as you can see. So they shoot up really high, which is fine back here. I don't care. In the front of my house, I don't necessarily want that effect, you know. But again, you know, you're just going to have to maintain it. to keep it looking nice if you're using it in a front yard situation. I mean, if you're just growing it in the back of your property for, I don't know, just whatever reason, don't worry about it. Let it grow. But if you're growing it in front of your house, yeah, you're going to have a lot of issues with the maintenance on it. And again, this is a dogwood, so like other dogwoods, this particular dogwood has the same leaf pattern. I'll show you the leaf on it. Now this is getting a little bit of, looks like some kind of leaf mold on it. So that they're not good examples. Here's a good, healthy example of one without the leaf mold. Beautiful example of this leaf. You could see the leaf pattern on there. They come out between each other. It's like 2 leaves on each node come out. They don't stagger. Very gorgeous plant. Here's a close look at the bark. This is a larger branch, by the way. But this branch will turn red in the wintertime. And if it doesn't turn red, it's not red twig dogwood. So it has to turn red in the winter. Or you got another type of dogwood. There's dozens upon dozens of varieties of dogwood. I got red twigs growing all over my property. You can see they're kind of starting to, as they lose the leaves, you can see that the twigs are starting to become red now. But in the wintertime, they'll be really red. So I'll put some images at the end of the video. You can check them out there. And that's it. Just a quick look at the red twig dogwood. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. I did want to mention one thing about the red twig dogwood. I want to mention one more thing about the red twig dogwood, and there is a susceptibility with them. There is a specific sawfly that eats their leaves, and this is one of them. There's like 3 or 4 dogwood sawflies, but this is the one that we have here. Try to turn you around. And this is one of the ones that we have up here where I am. And they will strip the entire tree down, pretty much like you see right here. Now this was a very healthy dogwood, and it's been stripped down completely by this little larvae right here. And that is called the dogwood sawfly. And they're very devastating to dogwood. So if you have a dogwood, just keep in mind that if you see these things, you want to remove them and get rid of them. All right, so that was it. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.